Hello and welcome, Heroes of the Storm fans. I'm Cody Kraz. I'm going to be bringing you guys the Nexus Gaming Series. This is a Div C matchup between Minion Miners and Accel eSports. The teams are debating on whether or not this is a party, if it's a duel, or if it's a dance. Cage match is being suggested. It's all my fault. I started the joking, but we're ready to rumble. So let's go ahead and hop on into the game. I want to shout out Rainerus and Toonie Moss, I Am the Dream, Darling Pinky. Lots of people tossing me follows since I've been gone. Coin toss was won by Minion Miners. Accel eSports ended up with first map pick. We have, let's see, bans. Battlefield of Eternity was banned by Accel eSports. Then Minion Miners banned Towers of Doom. Minion Miners are taking us to Tomb of the Spider Queen Game 2, but Game 1 here is going to be on Cursed Hollow. Cursed Hollow is known for it being a large map. It's got two boss pits on the top and the bottom. And those are usually the victory lanes, but not always. Rules of engagement include picking the tributes up to summon a curse, which turns off the opposing team's towers and makes their minions all have 1 health. First ban here from Minion Miners is going to be Deckard Cain. Solid support. He's got the zone control there to help you around the tribute. Excellent in fights. And yeah, welcome to the stream. 7 viewers already. Tell your friends, the game's on. It's a Monday night. We're ready to throw down. Jaina's going to be the first ban from Accel eSports. Jaina, one of the quintessential NGS assassins. She's got a lot of burst damage. She's got some CC for team fights. She slows. She can lock down, or she can use Water Elemental, which is just really frustrating if you're squishy on the back line. It kind of comes out of nowhere and nobody kills it for you. It's like Minion Miners are going to ban away the Diablo. Diablo Phoenix is another combo we've been seeing a lot of lately in NGS in general. Diablo's great in gauges. Lots of health pool once he stacks up his souls by killing minions and doing whatever quest he takes it for. Variant taken away by Accel eSports. I wonder if that's a respect ban, or if that's like maybe trying to open up the draft for a Tracer, a Genji, you know, some backline squishy that Varian really wants to lock down. The other thing Varian is good for, you know, he's one of those multi-class, well, he's the only multi-class hero, but he's got 3 ults he can take, and he selects it at 4. And so Colossal Smash also very strong in a team-oriented setting, where you have some CC, you reduce the armor, you blow him away. First pick going to be Kael'thas, and immediately Garrosh Whitemane picked up by Accel eSports. Kael'thas kind of fell out of the meta for a while. He got retuned a little bit, and he's slowly crawling his way back in, offering a lot of zone control with his Flame Strike and his Gravity Lapse. And Living Bomb punishes enemy teams for clustering. Garrosh and Whitemane. Garrosh is going to be really strong, and that kind of explains the Jaina first ban, because when Garrosh is slowed, he really struggles to engage, but when he's not slowed, he'll rumble right in, throw someone in his team, and they'll get deleted. Whitemane, an awesome support. Lots of healing potential. Does the deeps. Really good at saving people. Looks like Minion Miners going to pick up the Joanna and Lucio. Lucio hasn't been seeing a whole lot of high-level NGS play, but I think, you know, the less coordinated teams are, the better Lucio becomes. If they can't cancel his Break It Down, or if they're struggling to focus down one person, Lucio just keeps your entire team at 100% health. It's pretty crazy, but he's vulnerable to CC, and he's vulnerable to teams that are really good at focusing down one target. Accel eSports are banning out the Urel, taking away the solo lane. You know, so the GOAT is one of the best solo laners in HOTS right now. And Li Ming gonna get banned out by the Minion Miners. Looks like that was no... Li Ming was apparently not in the cards for Accel eSports, as they immediately pick up the false dad and Dahaka, grabbing global pressure. They're going to be all over the map. Let's see, Dahaka solo laning. False dad may be roaming a little more with the squad, but anytime Dahaka burrows in to force a 5-person engage, as soon as that's over, False dad can be jetting away to cover the top lane until the dinosaur rumbles his way back to the abandoned lane. Phoenix Lior going to be the final picks. No counter global from Minion Miners, but that means kind of all their heroes in a team fight might be slightly more effective in a 5v5, because you do pay a bit of a cost to get that global ability on your Z. Leoric Phoenix could be looking at an Entomb Planet Cracker combo. Man, Entomb, there's a lot of impactful ults here. At least two, you know, the Phoenix, Kael'Thas's Phoenix and Phoenix's Planet Cracker could be very effective in the Entomb from Leoric. And they're going to do fine in the solo lane against Dahaka, and Genji's the final pick from Accel eSports. Genji's a very strong mobile assassin, great at finishing kills. I don't know if there's going to be quite enough damage from Accel eSports. It'll be interesting, you know, if they really stick hard to the macro game and force odd man team fights, they're going to carry this game away. But they got to do that, you know, and that's going to require coordination, all the team being on the same page, communicating really well, and really picking up the tributes whenever they can. Looking over here on the other side, you have a little more standard comp. I think the support pick is maybe a little weak, especially because Phoenix, you can't really top off Phoenix with Lucio because he's dependent on that shield. So look to see Phoenix maybe be the weak point of this draft. See Accel eSports using that Genji to try to track him down, finish him off. Yeah, so I think if I'm going to throw my hat on one team here, I'm going to go ahead and say Accel eSports is maybe a little bit ahead in the draft. But not far enough ahead to say you shouldn't watch this game. Because it's going to be an exciting one, so come on, let's watch this game one between Minion Miners and Accel eSports. Accel eSports here going to be on the right in the red. You have Hysteria on the Falstad, EO on the white main, Scorps on the Garrosh, G-Money on the Dahaka, and Thick Mane on the Genji. And on the left side, we've got the Minion Miners in the blue here. Himibo on the Phoenix. Cthulhu on the Coffin. I don't know. If somebody knows how that's said, let me know. That's the Joanna. Sir Mac of Chess. Sir Mac of Cheese. On the Kael'Thas. Wesga on the Lucio. Down here in the bottom lane, we've got Kobo on New York. And it looks like Minion Miner's going to stay split here to start. Go right to lanes. Already showing that they're taking the tower. Minion Miner's kind of back off. Joanna's going to get tossed in. She pops her iron skin. She gets away. Flame Strike going to land on 3 members of Accel eSports. And they're going to pass the bomb around. White Main's going to have a little work to do to heal them up right away. You know, you got to be careful throwing that Joanna into her team. That's basically giving her the engage she lacks. Kael'Thas getting good poke damage there. Good value out of the Flame Strike. And that wave's already clear. But it's a large map, so they won't be able to quite rotate away. Instead, they'll have to just kind of step a little forward, possibly. Siege in on this wall. Looking at talents, we move together on Lucio, Consume Vitality on the Leoric, Hold Your Ground on Joanna. Phoenix has gone Mobile Offense, and Kael'Thas with the Mana Addict. Meanwhile, White Man's gone Clemency. Dahaka's got the Tissue Regeneration. Wingman from Falstad, Swift as the Wind on the Genji, and Garrosh with the Unrivaled Strength. That's maybe a slightly non-meta pick. Here we already have Minion Miners moving on to their camp. Thick Mane scoping out Himibo, seeing if he's going to be able to potentially orchestrate a gank on this Phoenix in the solo lane. Himibo staying safe. He's got that range to stay out of the short reach of Dahaka's little arm there. He's going to be just fine soaking that top lane. Siege minions are shoving down top. Lucio and Phoenix hanging out in the top lane. Genji's rotated here. He's starting to take out these siege giants. Objective here doesn't spawn until 3 minutes in. Putting the pain on Falstad there. Falstad doesn't have his level 4 yet to start getting the basic attacks that sustain his life. Here up top here, G-Money pulls in the siege giant. Gonna help. It's a smart move. Gets the towers to help him take out that siege giant. He doesn't really want to wander out too far into the lane. Yeah, again, welcome to the stream. I see more of you showing up. That's awesome. So glad to have you here. Scorps Garish Pog. Says Baz Chaz. Yeah, keep in mind, I am on a 2-minute delay, so I will be doing my best to chat with you as this living bomb gets passed around. But it will be on a 2-minute delay, so it'll be a little slow. Sometimes it'll lead to me saying weird things in reaction 2 minutes later than you might expect to hear me say them. 4s are online here. Lucio going to chase the base. Got Ghastly Reach here from the Leoric. Turnover Retaliation. Emergency Protocol, and Netherwind. Been seeing a lot of the other one on Kael'Thas there. Lots of non-standard builds. Team shaking it up a little bit. You like to see that. A little bit of theory crafting coming through. Sticking with the W build on the white main there. Dahaka sticking with the one who collects trait build there. Static shield. Maybe a lightning build coming in from fall status. The team starts to poke way around the tribute here. Yo, already trying to chain. Oh, he's standing in the middle of his team. Passes the bomb around. But first, Blood's going to go over to Accel eSports as Kael'thas falls. Gets tossed in, gets blown up. Good coordination there from Accel eSports. Scorp stepping forward on Joanna. Accel eSports gets the first tribute of the game. Dahaka burrows bottom. He ends up not missing out on the soak. XP is still even here. The teams are going to get back to... Ooh, here comes an engage here from Scorps, potentially. Himibo is able to teleport out. Finish going over the talents here. Genji has gone Dragon Claw. I don't know that I've ever seen a Genji take that talent in my life. We'll have to see how that one works out. And then this typical Indomitable from Garrosh gives him that self-cleanse. Tribute number 2 coming at you. Sevens are about to be here for Minion Miners, who are slightly ahead in XP despite being down a kill and down 2 globals. Sir Mac of Cheese got the gank bush here set up. Thick main and Scorps. Just take the passive way around there, smartly so. Scorps still mounted. He's looking for that engage. I'd love to see Mac of Cheese use his living bomb to dismount him there. Team's posturing around here. Sevens are online. Get those talents up as this fight starts to develop. Kathleen getting poked down. Here's the toss. Follow-up stun not on the Kobo, but Kobo is dragged here. Genji swift strikes through, and Kobo falls. Himibo's shield's depleted. He's going to have to run away. Genji is swift striking in. Eats a stun from Joanna. Dahaka trying to give chase. He's not going to be able to, but the channel is completed by Accel eSports. They are going to go up 2 tributes to none and 2 kills to none. White main's gone Fanatical Power, feeding Frenzy from Dahaka. Still going with this lightning build from Falstad. Genji has taken perfect defense, looking to capitalize on the basic attacks from Lucio to get more deflects during fight potentially. Garrosh has gone typical into the fray. Lucio's gone Party Mix, get the bigger influence area of healing. Spell Camp starting to be picked up by Minion Miners. Potentially an engage coming in here on the bottom. Looks like Kobo's going to be just safe though. Falstad going to roll over to his siege camp to counter. Burn Flesh from Kael'thas, combat advantage from Phoenix, Blessed Momentum, Drain Moment.
Shall we see who gathers enough?
Yeah, Drain Momentum. There we go. Spooky Walk is able to get Leoric out. Gank fails in the bottom lane, but he's going to have to deal. Oh, the Siege Giants weren't picked up. I guess I missed that. I apologize there. I see. They've been bribed. Falstad's going to pick that up to push counter to the objective. That's smart. Leoric here going to rotate. Going to use that global to their advantage. I like it a lot. Smart macro play from Accel eSports. Cawthon? I'm going to go with Cawthon. Cawthon hanging out in this bush. Gets scoped out by Thickmane, who's poking away with his shuriken. Thickmane swift strikes out of the Condemn, but he eats a gravity lapse, gets blown up in the air, is able to deflect the living bomb damage, but he gets taken out there. Phoenix finishes him off. In full retreat. Sir Mac of Cheese channels the first tribute for Minion Miners. Himibo dropping low, doesn't have a shield yet. He gets dragged out of his teleport. He's going to have to retreat 4 now. Garrosh trying to step forward. Wraithwalk is going to get Kobo away. 10s are here for Minion Miners. Blessed Shield. Got the Purification Salvo. Looking to see. Yeah, there's the Phoenix. And then, nope, not in tune. It's going to be March of the Black King. G-Money. He is able to get away there. March of the Black King. Is that slow? That's not slow. I'm a little curious about the Heroic Trace. Might be they just haven't practiced the coordination on the Entomb. Might be it just hasn't worked out for them. And you do have the typical break it down from Lucio. On the other side there, White Mane has gone with Scarlet Aegis. We have Isolation, Mighty Gust, X-Strike, and Warlord's Challenge. Mac G's going to pop the Living Bomb onto Hawkeye. He is burrowed slightly too early. Still eats that damage. Looks like he's popped his trait too. I guess I can't see exactly what the trait's at right now. Maybe I could if I... Nope, he's still got 58 essence. Must have just had a regen globe there. Engage starting. Himibo drops low. He drops his shield. He has to teleport out. Dahaka is able to burrow away. Phoenix is putting out a boatload of damage here. Scorps in full retreat. We have Plasma Salvo hitting 2, which deletes White Mane. Thick Mane has to jump away. Got the drain on Scorps. He tosses away Kobo to break that channel. And looks like this channel is going to go over to Minion miners. Now tributes are 2-2. No bosses have been taken yet. Up a kill, I wouldn't be too terribly surprised to see Minion miners move to the boss, but they have a mid lane to take care of first. They can clear up the spell camp in the mid lane. It was taken by Accel eSports. False Dad in the arc. Trading back here in the bottom. Genji looking like he might try to come Swift Strike in. There's the Swift Strike. There's the Spirit Walk, and he is able to get away. Wraith Walk, pardon me. Himibo and Wesker have a Siege Giant here. They got a couple minions. They're going to put a little damage on this top fort. It isn't going to be too much, though, because that minion is about to get deleted. And Drag is avoided there. Hop into the middle lane. Thick Mane pulling around. Oh, we might have an odd man engage here. Hysteria not able to get that going in time. He gets gravity lapse. And it looks like Koth and Mac and Cheese are going to be able to make it away. Thick Mane getting bullied by Kobo. It's still 4 versus 3 here, and Dahaka probably can tunnel in. Looks like Accel eSports going to back up, heal up, try to win this pivotal fight here, giving over the curse of the game. If there's odd men out here after this curse fight, it could be major trouble for the losing team. Boom gets engaged. Living Bomb is on Dahaka. Scorps gets Gravity Lapse. He hits another Living Bomb. He gets upended there by the Gravity Lapse, and he gets blown away by the Living Bomb. Thick Mane has the Living Bomb. He's in full retreat too. I missed White Mane falling. I apologize for that. Looks like Accel gonna retreat and do their best to defend this curse. Be interested to see what Minion miners choose to do here. They're gonna rotate all 5 members to the bottom lane, try to get their experience lead through structural advantage rather than by soak advantage. Sieging away on this bottom fort. They're gonna take it down. Their minions here. About to take out the fort in the top lane as well. 40 seconds left on the curse. They look like they don't want to step too far forward onto that keep. They're going to retreat out. Go work on opening up the map here in the mid lane too. Give them somewhat of an advantage. Maybe not as snowbally as some maps like, say, Volskaya, but it still gives you a lot of advantage, a lot of control over vision. Reduces the places they can back to tap during a tribute fight or something. Both teams do have their 13s. But now a heavy structural advantage in favor of Minion miners, and they're rotating straight to their boss. Minion's about halfway through the gate there. And they will be able to take it down here before the boss is coming. This means this boss could be GG if Minion miners execute after having taken this boss. York back there, not offering a bunch of damage against the boss. He's going to go ahead and give vision to his team. Looks like Accel eSports has moved to their boss to counter. I don't know that I'm a huge fan of that. I think this is a fight they should have been looking for. Being so far down in structures, knowing that's probably where Minion miners are going, might have been able to find a good engage here. Zed Scorps looking out to ward. He sees team coming. Warless challenge catches 3. Pulls him into the boss route. That was nifty. Break it down comes through. Phoenix is putting out the damage. X-Strike into the back line. Doesn't connect. White Mane is the first to fall. Catherine dropping low. Dahaka gets tossed out by Scorps. And Accel eSports again in full retreat. Garrosh uses his W to heal up a bit. Oh, he's not going to make it out though. And now the Living Bomb gets past the G-Money. He'll be alright. But with a 5 versus 3 advantage here, Minion miners could have maybe rotated bottom here as 5 and guaranteed the keep. Looks like they're slow on that rotation though. So, Accel eSports going to be able to clean up this fort. Before too much, or clean up the boss, pardon me, before too much damage happens to the keep.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
Yeah, 16-14. Where's Genji? Genji continuing with this build. He's gone flow like water, going to get a little cooldown reduction on his Swift Strike, assuming he's hitting people. Dahaka sticking with the Essence build. Looks like Joanna has elected to heal for enemies hit with Shield Glare. Yeah. Tribute does go over to Minion Miners. Down 16 to 15. Looks like Accel eSports weren't interested in contesting that. A heavy rotation here to bottom by them, though. Looks like they might try to siege in a fort a bit. Falstad got scoped out. He had to barrel away. He might still fly into this, though. He does have Gust for the disengage. He has flown top, though. Oh, no. Accel eSports, here comes the engage. Sir Makachez steps up. He casts his abilities in debatably the wrong order. Whiffs on the gravity lapse, and Accel eSports is able to get away. Man, they had vision of the Falstad on the top. I'd love to see them engage on that really hard and punish that. Because you know Falstad, well, maybe they don't know that he flew, but still. You know he's away. You could probably take that fight. 16s are now here, though. Accel eSports using that global to catch themselves up in experience some. This Bruiser Camp pushing down mid while the objective spawns here. Accel eSports has a favorable position here. They're all set up around the tribute. They might get the drop on the Minion Miners as this comes through. Be looking for a big toss groundbreaker combo from the Garrosh. He sees Sir Makachez coming up on the left side there. Will he engage on that? Wesgra in the middle. Taunt onto Lucio. Oh, and he manages to get the break it down through. No stun combo onto him. Wesga rolling around on Lucio. He's dropped to 300 health a couple times there, but looks like he's going to get away. White man getting focused on. Nope, there goes both healers. Both teams without healers here as Scorp's getting dropped. He tries to throw away G-Money. Garrosh does finally fall there. Swift Strike on Genji is not able to make it away, and now here it goes. Dahaka's fall too, and we have 4 members down. Oh, and the clutch! Oh my gosh, a teleport from Himibo. 5-man team wipe now. And this could very well be GG. No members on the map for another 20 seconds. They're absolutely going to take this mid keep and probably take the game. There goes Walt. There goes Well. Living Bomb on the board. They're working on sieging it down. Again, they don't have a healer, but there's no damage up for another almost 10 seconds. Still from Accel eSports. It's a big wave. Oh, I think if they just commit to core, they could have taken it. Instead, they're going over here to this keep that has no minion wave with them. They're going to pop Phoenix on that. Foon getting blasted down by that keep. They don't even get the second keep. Oh. Tough choice there. Definitely the safer play. But with all your forts and all your keeps, I think 100% you should be going for core there. I think even if you 5-man team wipe there, well, alright, they are 2 tributes. I'm going to go ahead and back off a little bit on my statement, but I think they could have sieged some damage on the core and still gotten away safely, and I think that's better than putting some damage onto a keep. But this tribute is for core, or for curse. Lane's already fairly pushed. They'll be able to go in, pretty fearlessly siege on this core. They see the Dahaka away. Here comes the toss. The taunt comes through on Lucio. They aren't able to blow him away before taunt ends. There goes White Mane. There goes Thick Mane. There goes Garrosh. And now it's 100% GG. So, Minion Miners takes the safe approach to get to the end of the game here. But they've made it. Shields gone. Core is rapidly falling. A little bit of a break it down just for good measure. 20s have come through for Minion Miners, but taking that keep. The gust from Falstad, not going to be enough. Team's putting out damage, but there goes the core. And game 1 going to go over to Minion Miners here. Yeah, pretty dominant game for them. All structures still standing. They got 2 curses that game. They took 2 bosses. Scratch that. They might not have taken 2 bosses. I don't remember. Drawing a blank now. But they definitely they look dominant in that game, and the kills show it. 14 kills to 3. Even though Accel eSports started out early, hot, and you're liable to do that with a Garrosh. He gets you those early picks, but things just kind of fell apart in the later game. Dahaka wasn't able to get the flanks onto the Lucio. I think their CC chains were maybe a little weak on the side of Accel eSports. And Whitemane just kept getting focused down in fights, and then the rest of the team would fall apart without her. Tough match. Here's the talents for you guys. Yeah, I got that kind of crazy Lucio build there to highlight, and the Dahaka build going all into the Essence. A little nifty. Other than that, things look mostly normal. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a real short break. I know these teams have places to go. One guy has has to go to work right after this, so we'll try not to be too long. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Game 2 of Minion Miners versus Accel eSports. Yo, welcome back! I'm Cody Kraz here, bringing you guys Game 2 of the Division C matchup between Minion Miners and Accel eSports. Game 1 was Cursed Hollow. It was won by Minion Miners. And Game 2 here, going to be on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Before we hop in, just thank you so much for sticking around. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, shoot me a follow up top. That would be awesome. And teams are ready. I'm ready. We're going to go ahead and hop into Tomb of the Spider Queen here.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, so Tomb of the Spider Queen was picked by Accel eSports. So, nope, I apologize. It was picked by Minion Miners. So Accel eSports down in the series going to have to play on maybe not their favorite map. So we'll see what they have planned for this. They had a kind of a double global comp last map. Playing to the map, it ended up not quite working out for them quite as much as they'd like to. So we have a variant ban again, so at this point, well, they did run Genji last game, and I think they might have just taken that to give their Genji a little more room to wiggle around in the back line. But it could still, like I said, be a respect ban. Minion Miners have their first ban here. Tomb of Spider Queen, known for its narrow lanes here. Some would say it's a bit snowbally. You can get the gems, use those to get level 10, get another turn in, and really put the game beyond reach if you can manage to do that. But that's not always the case. We have Deckard Cain here coming out from Minion. He's the ban by Minion Miners. It's good for, denying control of the turn-in points there. I think it's a solid ban. Joanna banned away. Minion Miners ran Joanna last game. She was quite effective. Kept grouping up the enemy team, where then Kael'thas would punish them for being grouped. And Phoenix would then follow up the punish with his Purification Salvo. And they won a lot of fights that way. Good ban by Accel eSports. Yeah, here comes the Diablo ban again. Don't want to see the Lord of Tarot smashing people around inside the turn-in points. Let's see here, what's first pick going to be for Accel eSports? They've locked in the Gul'dan. Excellent wave clear. If you do find yourself getting behind on this map, wave clear like Gul'dan, pretty necessary to keep you in the game at all. Clear away those web weavers. Looks like Lucio going to be the healer again for Minion Miners. And the Phoenix, probably see Himibo back on that. Himibo been hanging around this stream for a while. First person ever cheer me bits, which is kind of cool. I'm excited to be casting the game for him. Looks like we have Murden Blaze coming in from Accel eSports. Murden's Dwarf Toss gives him engage or disengage from a fight. He's tanky. He's just always a solid hero to be picked in HOTS. And Blaze is going to be the solo laner. Going to lock down that bottom lane for Accel eSports. Keep himself healed up by standing in all that tasty, tasty fire. Alex Straza. Teams are chatting. This is pretty good. Alex Straza gets banned out. Maybe not her best map. Her best map definitely being Infernal Shrines, where singular points to fight over. Clearly defined team fights. She's able to pop a dragon and just mostly say, "You gotta leave now, friends." But she's still strong. She's got Lifebinder. It's very strong. It keeps her and someone else alive. And Leoric going to be taken away from Kobo. And he is whining about feeling targeted. And yeah, the Lord of Terror was pretty impactful. Strong in the bottom lane. Kind of reduced the effectiveness of the globals by, I won't say dominating the lane, but definitely he was strong in the lane.
Vanquish the weak.
Jane and ETC, a couple classic assassin or a couple classic heroes from the Minion Miners. We talked about Jaina when she got banned last game, being real strong. And ETC really very strong at punishing melee, but he's a little squishy in the current meta. And you do have heroes that can interrupt his mosh pit. You know, you've got a Gul'dan, you've got a Muradin on that other side. Now you have an Ana too. A lot of tools to shut down the mosh pit. We'll see if maybe he goes stage dive. Get some engage into the back line. Combo with the Phoenix. And yeah, so Ana Hanzo coming out here for the Accel eSports. Ana starting to push her way into the meta. She's, you know, people starting to like the old lady. And then Hanzo, been a top tier assassin from the Overwatch universe for a long time. Lots of poke damage. You rocking the scatter arrows, you're going to get just all kinds of damage from him. Able to finish fights, burst damage, sustain damage, whatever you want from the Shimada brother. And Zarya going to be the final pick by Minion Miners. Kind of an off tank there. She's or off support almost too. She's got the shield she gives, turns up energy, and then she turns into a DPS. Yo, shout out in chat who you're cheering for. Thanks for coming by, watching this game. Excited to bring you guys game 2. I'm going to let these teams load in. We'll talk about the draft here. And yeah, it's another pretty strong draft here from Accel eSports. They've got a solid tank. They've got a lot of poke. The thing they're lacking, though, is a strong finisher. Right? Hanzo going to have to be extremely on point to finish kills because Gul'dan's not going to be sticking his face too far in there. So maybe, you know, Horrify back into his team, splitting the team where his team will be able to burn him down. Whereas on the other side here, we have Phoenix, Lucio, Jaina, Zarya. It's a lot of damage. I think it's going to be real hard for Accel eSports to deal with, and we'll see what all ETC goes. Be interesting. Keep an eye on that. See how the engages go over the course of the game. Teams are loaded in. I'm ready to party. Let's go game 2 of Minion Miners versus Accel eSports. Here on the left, we do have the Minion Miners. Whoops. Got Cthulhu on the ETC, Wezgra on the Lucio, Kobo on the Zarya, Himibo on the Phoenix, and Sir Macachez. Cheese. Sir Mac and Cheese. I'll get it right one day, buddy. I'm sorry. He's on the Jaina. On the right side here, we've got Accel eSports. EO on the Ana. Thick Mane on the Hanzo. G Money on the Blaze. Hysteria on the Gul'dan. And got Scorps on the Muradin. Talents are here. Looks like the grenade build coming through from the Zarya. Sleep Dart build from Ana. Corruption from Gul'dan. Stormbolts at 1 for the Muradin. Team's working on clearing out mid, getting started in that rotational race. Got Phoenix going to be the solo laner in the bottom here. Zarya going to be rotating that spot. I like that. Phoenix with his range might be able to deal a bit with the tankiness that is Blaze. He can trade his own shields in for someone Blaze's health, keep that pressure on. Team's relatively even in rotational speed here. ETC sliding through, looks like nicely done. All the gems onto the ETC so far. He'll be hard to take down and drop the gems. Also, Minion Miners are ahead in this rotation in the bottom lane, but just playing it safe. Chilling here, letting G Money try to overextend. Doesn't want to get ganked on an odd rotation there. Accel eSports slightly ahead in experience. Not quite sure where that came through. Skirmish breaking out here in the mid lane. Team hops forward, grabs that globe. Let me see, did he go Prog Rocket 1? Yes, he did. So globes are key for him. Give him a little bit of extra support on his team. Talk about that, Lucio. With the sustain healing, got a power slide here on the Thick Mane. Gonna face melt him back. Thick Mane able to vault over the wall. Get away with about half health there, 750 or so. Jaina clearing out the web weavers there. Or not the web weavers, just the spooters. Team's still rotating. Nobody's gone for a camp just yet. Yeah, both teams have good wave clear here. Looks like the Jaina combos are coming through really blowing away a little faster than Gul'dan is able to, with his corruption dealing damage over time. Kobo has no energy here. He gets poked down. Fours are aligned for both teams. Talent's starting to come through. But nothing happened just yet. Phoenix has gone with emergency protocol this game. That's a little interesting. Torps has to Dark Toss away. Ana continuing down the Sleep Dart path. Gul'dan's at 17 stacks of Echoed Corruption. Hanzo's gone the Stormbow build. So I don't know that I 100% agree with that. It's going to give him a lot of poke, make him good at denying the shrines, gives him a little more wave clear to help catch up, and maybe that's what they were going for. But I feel like pretty much everybody has been going scatter arrow build, but you know, you got to do what you're comfortable with, and if he's good at this, he's good at this. I'm not going to tell him no. Scatter on the shrine is able to slow down the turn in. Yeah, potentially engage here. 5 versus 4. Phoenix still in the bottom lane. Himibo doesn't know what's going on here. Looks like they aren't quite able to get all the way in on this. Cawthon going to start dropping off his gems. Gems are about to be 22 to 15 in favor of Minion Miners. Big slide forward onto Thick Mane. Starting to run low on mana. So Back of Cheese gets poked by Hysteria there a little bit. Scorpsdorf tosses over the wall. Bethune gets shield from Zarish. She's still not at terrifically high energy. Corruption stacks popping there onto Mac and Cheese. Bethune, oh, he's got body blocks there. Blue Web Weavers are channeled through. First Web Weaver's going to be coming down the lanes for Minion Miners. And they're a little ahead in experience because Phoenix never came to that fight. Got them a wave or two ahead there. Looks like we're going to have 4 teammates pushing down the top for Minion Miners. Phoenix still in the bottom lane. And I like that they're committing so hard to this top lane. Makes Accel eSports take a more passive rotation through there. You want to get as much damage as you can onto this top lane. Since it is the boss lane, gives you an advantage towards the end. Victory lane is usually the top lane. Cthulhu with a big power slide in there. Kind of whiffs. Scorps comes Dwarf tossing in to punish. Cthulhu got naded. Able to dodge a Stormbolt. Scorps and Hysteria taking a lot of damage from the Web Weaver. Now they're sieging away on this fort. Web Weaver still above 50% health. Mid Web Weaver significantly lower, but still doing its job. Top fort's gonna fall. Bottom lane has been cleared out by the Blaze. He misses the engage there. Phoenix looking to punish him there. Himibo just shelling away. Now Minion Miners have rotated to the middle lane here. Starting to siege down mid fort with the last vestiges of the Web Weaver's health. And they're going to just take this fort. Still have a minion wave there, but they're not quite able to take it away. Dwarf toss in from the Murden though, looking like they're going to try to turn it. And Lucio Speed going to be able to get the Minion Miners on out. It's back to rotations. 26 gems on the side of Minion Miners. 67 in the midst of Accel eSports. About half a level away from 10 are the Minion Miners. They're orchestrating maybe a gank onto this bottom lane. Cthulhu stepped forward, decided he wasn't feeling like going for it. Backed off. No aggressive power slide there. Yeah, I'd love to see Minion Miners turn in some gems here, try to sneak some in, get them off for this next team fight. Cthulhu pushed way far forward. Scorps has jumped into the back line, misses the Thunderclap. There's a big power slide, catches 3 members of Face Melt, shoving back 2. EO and Thickmane getting bullied by the ETC here. ETC wades through the blizzard. And Ana gets blown away. First blood over to Minion Miners. Scorps dropping ever lower. He's down about 750 health. Lucio tooling around in the back line, healing his team up with those juicy beats. Looks like the aggressive spell camp going to be stolen away here by Minion Miners. Thickmane just kind of helping him out with a W there. Scorps hops over the wall. 10s are online, and there's no more Dwarf there. Lots of gems on the ground. Excellent zoning by Minion Miners. They're going to deny those being picked up, and all of a sudden, Accel eSports doesn't have enough for turning anymore. I would have maybe liked to see Minion Miners turn onto that thick mate. But instead, pardon me, jeez. Instead, they're going to siege down the front wall. They've got a wave there. They've got the spell camp there they're pushing with, protecting them from some of Hysteria's hijinks. There's the mosh pit. Ult's coming through. Still no 10s online. And the Purification Salvo blows away the Gul'dan, but ETC killed in return. He was stuck in there deep under the fort. No minion support there. Now we have turn coming through. No 10s, but all heroics are down on the side of Minion Miners. Scorps, oh boy, I would like to see them maybe even push that harder. They could have found 10 in that engage. It's going to be fine, though. Minion Miner's going to drop down the 36 gems they do have, if they can. Thick Main trying to slow them as much as he can. Ana keeping her team alive. 10s are here for Accel eSports. Graviton Surge already back online from Zarya. That cooldown is so much shorter than it used to be. Zarya slept. She's got the shield. Scorps stepping in on that. Hammy Bow able to fight over the wall with the vision his team's giving him. Stays safe. Eats a Storm Bowl there from the Hanzo. Team's posturing around the turn-in point here. Accel eSports does have enough to turn in and get a Web Weaver turn in. Here's an aggressive power slide on the Ana from Cawthon. Io able to make it out just fine. Still poking away with her sniper rifle there. Hammy pulls shield down. Teams are poking away. Nothing too much. Oh, here comes the Graviton Surge into Blizzard. Hysteria caught himself in the wrong place in the wrong time. He gets blown away by the Jane and the Zarya. Comes Purification Salvo through. Ring of Frost lands on Ana. She gets deleted. Kobo dropping low. He doesn't have a shield. The fort takes him out. Himbo dropping low now. Blaze trying to put on the clamps there. Himbo gets away with just 300 health. And now Lucio, given the speed, they chase down Scorps. He's going to go down. Avatar not going to be enough to sustain him through. And a 3-for-1 trade by Minion Miners. They're going to turn their gems. They're going to keep clearing the lanes. And they're going to just keep having a stronghold on this game. Thick Main poking away. He's got 34, all 34 of his team's gems. If he gets killed here, oh boy, you know, he's got the hopes and dreams of Accel eSports in his quiver there. Arrows and gems all up in that. Web Weavers are here in the top lane now, and in all the lanes, technically, I suppose. For Minion Miners, they're starting to siege away on this top keep wall. They have 13s. I imagine they'll look to siege as much of this top as they can. Oh, Yo gets caught in the Ring of Frost, gets caught in the Graviton Surge, and gets blown away. And Gul'dan doesn't get any heals because his healer's dead, so he falls too. Now Genji trying to shark in here, get on Hammy Bow. It looks like it's not going to happen. Scorps has dropped super low. Break it down does come through. Finally wears off, but it's enough to keep his team sustained up and shoving in the top lane. Web Weaver's sieging away at the bottom fort down in the bottom lane. Turns out the bottom fort is in the bottom lane. Murden Dwarf tosses out, but the Blizzard puts a bunch of damage onto Blaze as he has to pop his unstoppable level 1 to get on out. Mid keep falls while the siege is in the top lane here. But Web Weavers are super low. And yeah, I'd love to see Minion Miners go straight to boss here. They have a talent lead. They don't have very many gems. This is absolutely boss o'clock. But they're not headed that way quite yet. I'm not sure what they're waiting on. Looks like they're instead going to look for an engage here, and they're going to find it. Here comes the power slide through on the Scorps. Blizzard lands. Cawthon gets slept, but he's able to face melt Muradin away. There goes the Dwarf Toss. They take the camp. There's a Graviton Surge onto a couple. Zarya just blasts away. Dragon Arrow comes through from Thick Main. And Gul'dan's the first to fall. Blaze is still way deep in the back line, having used his bunker. He gets wiped off the face of the earth still. And, yeah. 2 kills over to Minion Miners. They're going to shove that camp down the mid lane. Excellent read on Accel eSports rotation. Knew they had the talent advantage, and they decided, you know, let's go kill some before we take boss. Just really cement our lead. Now we have them come to boss. Start wearing it down. All 5 members here. Zarya uses her unstoppable to charge her shield, not get stunned. Look at that boss fall. Nice, clean, quick. Oh, almost clean. Koho gets done at the end. Does not super matter. Here comes boss. 15 versus 13. 16 will be here in just, those last couple spiders right there probably will grant Minion minus 16, and it does. They have the talents here. They have a boss coming down the top lane. This push could be for game. Gul'dan has stacked Echo Corruption. He's putting out decent siege damage there. Who needs a Stormbolt? Shoving away the Fell Frame. Here comes the Graviton Surge. Blaze tries to counter engage. There's a Ring of Frost. Bunker comes through, saves his team. Cthulhu dropping low. Oh, excellent. Break it down. But this Power Slide Mosh Pit. Gul'dan's the first to fall. Muradin follows. And Blaze pops straight to get away. But not going to make it. Here comes the stun back from him. Boss is on core. Still has 50% health. Thickmane trying to siege away as best he can with the Stormbow. Shield's rapidly coming off the core. Cthulhu bullying around the Ana. They're able to take her out. And this is going to be GG. Core is down to 50% health. Blaze falls there in the chaos. And Thickmane going to drop too. He jumps over the wall. Core falls before Thickmane does. GG's come out. Series is won by Minion Miners. Wow, what a series. Minion Miners really bringing it together. Dominant showing. 2-0 victory by them. Zarya putting out top damage on her team. And ETC putting out top deaths as well. At least on his team. Looking around too, nothing else sticks out super far. I guess just Lucio putting out the insane amount of healing you can do. And yeah, kind of, in my opinion, the tail of that game is kind of like I predicted at the draft screen. Where Accel eSports didn't have anyone to finish off people. So they'd be close in these fights. They'd have maybe Phoenix down to 100 health and had nobody that could find him. Nobody to get in that back line and really just put the last couple of boops on his nose to shut the DJ down. Got the talents there for you. I'm going to go see if I can find someone for us to talk to. Let's see. Not you. You. Want to send someone to interview? And yeah, hopefully real quick here, we'll have a quick chat with someone from Minion Miners. Ooh, maybe can I do it here too? /W. Yeah, so let me get this lobby set up here as we... Alright, we got someone coming here. Yeah, make sure my audio's all golden. People will be able to hear Discord now. And yeah, just waiting on someone from Minion Miners here. What's says 1 minute. We'll fill a little time here while we wait for that. Keep the talents up for now while we wait for the interview. Looks like we had a fairly standard build here from Lucio. Jane's gone with a Frostbolt build there. She did go Icy Veins.
Hello.
Yo, there we go. How's it going?
Going well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Congratulations, Himibo, on your 2-0 victory. How's it feel?
It feels pretty good because Accel's up there in the standings, so we were really happy to take away a 2-0. We were going to be happy with the 1-1, but the 2-0 is even better.
Yeah, that's super exciting for you guys, and pretty dominant in that series. Honestly, both games kill counts very skewed in your favor, and yeah. So you rocked Phoenix both games. Is that a comfort pick for you, or was that just the tool required for the series?
Well, so yeah, I mean, I feel like Phoenix is the easiest. Like, he's the safest pick because you got the wave clear. You can offlane pretty well. You have good team fighting. Just overall good DPS. Like, he's sort of a jack of all trades. We have plenty of comfort picks to back that up, but I think like he's such a good hero that like we just feel like it's the smartest thing to pick.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, and I think the other, big draw of Phoenix is, especially, you talk about a solo lane, but he really shuts down like the Urel and the Blaze, right? Like that's I don't know. It seemed like you really were able to take those matchups pretty handily.
Yeah, the one thing with Tomb of the Spider Queen is you got to collect the those gems. So at the early stages, I wanted to collect, so I couldn't really harass as much because I didn't want to shove the wave out, and I didn't want to get. I wanted to sort of use my pulse bomb to auto, just on the off chance that they flanked and the blaze was able to engage on me. So just playing it safe, let the wave push in, and then collect the gems once they reach the tower. But once we started, moving more out of just collecting in the early phases of the game, then I felt comfortable just shoving the laves with my Q and then the pulse bombs, and it's really nice because you can create pressure. So in one of our fights, we were waiting for our ults to come back up bot lane, but because we got a good shove top, we had those minions crashing, so we were content just to stay there, and that's like one of the things we like about those wave shoving heroes.
Yeah, for sure. Um, so yeah, going to game one. Uh, Again, I want to talk about draft a little bit. Were you guys worried at all when they got you the double global coming through with the Dahaka Falstad?
Um, we actually weren't too worried about it. We didn't feel like they had enough damage to follow up with the rest of their team. I mean, it is something to note definitely, and it's not it we can't miss it whenever we see them pick it. But we watched a bunch of their games that were streamed before, and we were really noticing that they were real big into the Diablo Deckard wombo combo,
Mm-hmm.
where stay a while and listen, and then the apocalypse. And so whenever we were curious to see how they would do whenever we banned both of them out, and we're really happy with those bands. And yeah, that like I said, that first team comp, we thought they were good, but maybe just lacking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, no, I definitely mentioned that too when I was talking about the draft. It was like they're gonna really have to macro their tails off to get away with it because they,
Yeah,
like you said, especially with the Garrosh, you want to initiate so hard to that and then nothing to follow it up. The other
yeah,
thing,
and we also sorry about that.
no, go ahead.
Oh, we were just gonna. I was just gonna say the Leoric into that too. We thought that's just gonna be so good in our favor because they got those two frontliners, and Leoric's just gonna have the time of his life there.
Yeah, I guess I'll ask you real quick about that too. Leoric went with the March of the Black King rather than Entomb. What was up with that?
Well, we just they had the Genji and the Falstad could get out of the tomb. So while we thought, putting white main in the tomb, that is obviously a really good thing. But if we don't get the white main, we get the tanks, which is fine, but we don't see as much. I, that's fine, but we don't want to DPS them down, So
Yep,
we
that's
thought that
reasonable.
the March of the Black King we were gonna get more value out of that.
Yeah, makes sense. And then game two. Um, the only other thing I wanted to ask about was you guys were pretty far ahead. You guys had taken, I can't remember if you had taken mid keep at this point, but you guys were up like 15 or 16. I think it was 15 to 12.
Hmm.
And you were coming out of the web weaver phase. I'm curious why you chose to go. Like I don't know. It was a neat call. I was like, man, it's boss o'clock. It's boss o'clock. And you guys were like,
Hmm.
no, we're going to their camp. We're gonna murder them at their camp and then win the game. Was that more or less how that went in, or like what was the call there?
Well, we did talk about the boss. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. And I believe we had a talent tier advantage at that point,
Yep.
and we also had our ults up. So we thought like we want to force a fight at this time. While we did think that going to boss was totally reasonable, we thought, well, I mean, worst case scenario is we just take this camp, that we get a lot of mid keep pressure, but also we just thought that uh, being able to force a fight would be in our best interest.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for you. And yeah, very strong showing from you guys. Before I let you go, uh, two things: shout outs, and if any of you stream, where can we find you?
Well, no stream yet, but maybe someday. So for everybody watching, just keep following Cody. I've watched a lot of your streams actually. I really appreciate you. So I guess I'll give you a shout out
Oh, thank you
because
so much.
I think that's awesome. And then of course everybody else on my team. I actually started playing Heroes. This is going to be a bad word, but I was actually
Go for
I'm
it.
a league player. But I started playing this summer, and I've really enjoyed it. So thanks to everybody that lets me play with them.
That's awesome. Yeah, and actually, fun story. My team has a newbie league guy too. He's like level 50 in HOTS right now. So you're not alone. There are many more
Yep.
like you. But yeah, yeah.
Well,
Thanks
thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
Yeah, awesome. Have a great night, man. GG's.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, that was Hamibo, the awesome Phoenix from that game. And yeah, he did me a favor, but I'll just reiterate. Go ahead, toss me a follow there. Be plenty more NGS action coming at you, including right after this, 7:30. I've got another game coming at you. I believe it's a Div A matchup. Let me double check which one it is. Where my Chrome is everywhere. One sec, trying to find it. I have closed the tab. I've opened the tab again. 7:30. I'm bringing you guys. Ah, it's Div B. Right, it's Drop Dead Gorgeous versus GF Gaming. So I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna get those slides set up, get them set up, and we'll be right back on in like 10 or 15 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Stick around. There'll be more heroes soon. See ya.